Welcome back to my channel. I'm Savannah, Wild Child Travels, and this is my friend Marvin.
Hello everybody.
If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the red button and don't forget to like, share, and comment on the video. Today we are going to talk about our one-on-one travel styles. So I haven't traveled with Marvin yet. We've been on like day trips and things like that, but we haven't traveled out of the country together yet. So we're going to get to know each other and how we like to travel. Whether it's the same or different, we're going to find out. Marvin, where are you from?
So originally I'm from Managua, Nicaragua, which is in Central America. I live in Florida and then I'm here in Ohio now.
Ohio! What is your favorite accommodation? Like Airbnb, hostel, hotel, couch surfing, or like camping? What's your favorite way to sleep when you travel?
I prefer hotels. However, the hostel experience are quite unique. So
Yeah.
something different to try every new city you're in.
I like the hostels. I like the hostels where you can get single rooms, the private rooms, where you don't have to live in or sleep in the dorms. But I like that you don't have to carry a key with you like you do with hotels, most hotels. I like that they have usually restaurants or something like that there. Airbnbs they're really nice and they're great for like big crowds or groups of people, but I'm not that big on Airbnbs.
Well, for me, accommodation is, especially when you're in a city where you have not been yet, is somewhere just to go and sleep.
Yeah.
I don't spend that much time at the accommodation, so I really try to keep it cheap.
It's like when I was in Japan, I really wanted to stay in a hotel because I didn't want to stay in an Airbnb because I didn't know the language and I wanted someone to help me when I needed help so I can go to the concierge and ask them. So it's like, it depends on where I'm going, I think.
I think that it also depends on the city.
Yeah.
For instance, I was in Czech Republic, I was in Prague, and everything is really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So a hotel wasn't too expensive. However, when I was in London, everything is extremely expensive. You know, any hotel will be $200 a night, $300 a night. So I just stay in hostels.
And it depends, I guess, on like hostels. Sometimes they have events.
Yep.
Like the pub crawls, or they have like a mixer or something. Like some hostels do, and they have just events every night of the week. Like one in Chicago had a barbecue every Thursday, I think it was. So it just depends on what you want, where you are, and how much you want to spend.
Yeah, and it's also great to meet new people if you're traveling solo
Yeah.
or something like that.
So for you, it's hostels.
Yes.
For me, it's hostel. What do you never leave home without? Like, I never, when I go traveling, I never leave home without trail mix or granola. Or granola bars, because I love them. They're just easy to pack, and like when you're on a plane, easy to grab, and they don't have like a smell to them. Like if you have peanut butter, you can smell it. If you have tuna, you can smell it on a plane or a train or something, and it's like it's not offensive to the nose to other people around you. It's easy to carry with you. It won't melt. It won't get all over your fingers.
It won't expire.
Yeah, it's really travel friendly. So I never leave home without granola or trail mix. What do you never leave home without? And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be food.
Now, without counting the essentials like phone, you know, stuff like that.
Well, you have all that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you have all your essentials. You have your passport and everything like that.
I think that my go-to will be a really good book.
A book?
A book. It has to be physical.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it
Yeah.
on your phone? Is it on a tablet?
No, I don't deal well with tablets and reading on my phone. I do it from time to time, especially if you know they're free. But generally, I like a physical book, so it will have to be a really good book where I can enjoy it the entire trip.
That's nice. What kind of books do you like to take? Because I take a book with me every time, and usually it's a murder mystery book. I do. I have it in my I show the book that I take on my packing videos. I'll put a little card or info card up there somewhere. I usually have a murder mystery book. It's usually Agatha Christie. So.
Okay, my go-tos are generally nonfiction. So
Nonfiction.
yes, I'm the kind of boring guy that like to learn about everything. So it could be economics books, psychology, and stuff like that.
Stuff to help you sleep on the plane.
No, they're actually interesting books from my perspective. Remember, I'm an engineer, so, you know, I do read some fiction books. They're kind of rare, but they're generally a little bit bizarre, or historical novels. It's a bizarre book or historical novel if it's fiction. If it's not, it will be a non-fiction about, along the lines, economics, psychology, sociology, and that kind of stuff.
I could not do that on a trip. That is not my style of reading at all. At home, on a trip, anywhere but school.
You just need to find the right one for you.
Yeah, and you found the one for you, and I found the one for me. So that's where that's where we differ in our travel styles, our reading styles. Do you prefer solo traveling by yourself, traveling with another person, or traveling in a group?
That's a difficult one. However, I haven't had that much experience with solo traveling. I'm looking forward this year to experience a little bit more than that. But I like to go on a duo, especially if it's a close friend of mine. My best experiences in traveling has been with my best friend. So it has been like in duo traveling.
So it's like one other person?
One other person, yes. But generally we find a group along the way. So we meet other people and that kind of stuff, which makes it great. But a group, it depends on the group. If it's like a really, big group, people just tend to separate in their own little group.
But I generally like duo travel as well with one other person because it's just more fun. You get the flexibility of doing what you want. You two can make a decision and just go out and do it.
Yeah.
And then when the trip is over, you still have someone to reminisce with. Like, that's the fun part of traveling alone is doing what you want, but then you have someone else to reminisce with. So that's the fun part of duo travel. Group travel, I'm not a big fan of group travel because there's so many people, and it's like, you're walking around all day and you're like, oh, I'm hungry. What do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? And then it's like that paradox where nobody. You spend half an hour trying to figure out where you want to eat, and it's so aggravating. And it's just like you can make a quicker decision on your own or with one other person. And with group travel, you have to consider everyone. It's like, I guess I'm just not that considerate.
I guess that also depends on the person you're going with, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you have similar expectations, you can make the trip
That's
much better.
That's another thing. A group makes the expectations more because everyone has their own.
Yeah. Like, for instance, I went with my sister, I did a travel in different places in Europe. But her mentality of traveling is just, sitting up in a cafe in Paris and just drinking champagne and mimosas and eating and just seeing the view. My expectations are more like, okay, let's go. Let's see places. There's so many places we can see and admire. And her expectations are more just like, oh, let me chill down, relax, I'm on vacation. People watch, yes. A lot of people watch. Waking me up like at 5 a.m. so she can take pictures in the Eiffel Tower. So, she has her expectations of what she wants to do. They're very different than mine.
And if your expectations are not aligned in group travel or even duo travel, it can take away some of the fun of the trip. And that's not fun. Do you have like that one person that if you go on a trip with them, no matter where you go, you will always have fun. Like, it's always going to be a blast. It's always going to be like memorable and everything. You're not going to like...
Yeah, that will be her. That will be my best friend.
It's so beneficial to find that person because my favorite travel buddy is Yamisi. Mm-hmm. Like, no matter what we do or where we go, it's just fun. We find fun at things that are going wrong. We find a way to fix it, salvage the day, and keep moving on. Like, it's really nice to find that person. It's like it's like meeting a friend all over again, I think.
Yeah.
It's
and you see, for example, when I went out with her, we spent around 30 days together. Like, we're sleeping pretty much in the same place.
Yeah.
And it was completely refreshing experience.
It's like you get to see a friend in a different point of view out of your environment.
Oh, yeah.
And how they respond to it and how you respond to it. And it's like, I think, like, you get to know your friend better, I guess.
Yeah, and it's out of the ordinary. It's not just going to a club. It's not just going somewhere. It's just actually living with a person for a little bit.
and experiencing new things.
Yeah.
It's great. Like, I think everyone should try to find at least
Travel
one
buddy.
person,
Yeah.
their ride or die travel person. So that's good. When you're in your destination, do you like to ride the metro, a taxi, a bus, Uber, bicycle, walking?
I love cities with a good public transportation system.
So what mode?
I would say metro.
Oh, that's
I
me
love the
too. I
metros.
love a good metro system.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm so sad that here in the U.S. there's very few cities with actually really good transportation system. Being New York being the exception, maybe in Chicago as well, but in San Francisco. But when you go to London and Paris, they have such
Portland
a
has a good one.
Really, never been in Portland.
Very
so.
clean, efficient, and nice.
Yeah, I love really good metro system. They're so efficient and it's just great.
I like a good metro system because they are quick, it's easy to figure out, and the maps, I think, are just a lot easier to understand and comprehend than the bus ones. I hate buses. So, Marvin, how many languages do you speak?
Spanish, which is my mother tongue and my mother language. I learn English. I don't know if you have noticed because of the accent. I know Portuguese and I'm learning French. So the French is my fourth one. I'm still working on it. Je parle un peu de français. I do not speak it very well, but yeah, I'm trying. So
I know English. That's my language. And I know Italian. I can read it better than I can speak it, and I can write it better than I can listen.
Well, that's the case with most people. You'll be able to listen it better than you can speak it, but you can write it better than you can speak it or listen to it. So it's so much easier and to understand that way. And that's pretty much what happens to me when I'm learning a new language. That's why I try to listen a lot of songs of the language, so my ear can kind of like get used to the difference of the pronunciation and all that kind of fun stuff.
And I think it's easier to read and write another language because sometimes people speak their native language faster and you're like trying to catch everything and you can't. And it's so much easier just to look at it. You can see if it's like feminine, masculine, whatever you need to do. It's just easier to
and you can take your time to process all the information. While if somebody's speaking,
it's so fast.
It's just like you get or you don't. So
yeah. So number one travel advice?
Read about the culture and kind of like
no, one.
What?
You have to pick one thing.
Okay.
Culture and thievery are two different things.
Well, I would say read about the culture and where you're going to. That's pretty much it.
Alright. My number one travel advice is it's to just keep moving. Keep going. If things go wrong, try to salvage whatever you can because you're there. You're in your travel. You're in your trip. You can't just like give up and go home. You gotta make the best of it. You're gonna do sulk in your hotel all day. Like you have to just keep moving and make the best of it. So that's my number one travel advice. Marvin, what is your dream trip?
Right now, I think that my dream trip is Egypt.
Ooh, Egypt.
Yes, I'm planning to go this year at least. So
I have never contemplated Egypt.
Yeah, it's an interesting place. What I'm looking at is like it will be the pyramids. I'm going to go to a cruise in the Nile River, Luxor, look some temples. So something different. I haven't experienced that part of the world yet.
Oh, so. I definitely have not done that yet.
And the next one it will be Thailand and Singapore, I think. What about you?
My dream trip is Korea or Vietnam.
Ooh, but you haven't been in South Korea? I thought you were in South Korea.
Never.
Ooh, that would be...
That'd be amazing. I really want to go. It just looks so beautiful.
I know that you like K-pop, so that would be...
I like K-pop and I like Korean shows and everything. I watch them a lot.
Yeah.
But I want to go to Korea and I want to go to Vietnam, and it's just insanely gorgeous. So that's our video today, and that is our travel styles 101, how they differ, how they're similar, and I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything you'd like to know, or if you want to tell us about your travel styles, put it in the comments below, and we'll be sure to read them and get back to you. Have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Thanks for watching.
Nice meeting you, everybody.